friends. Today we are doing a GAC, and we're doing it with two different accounts. Now, what I mean by that is I am actually going to be playing two of my accounts. These are my accounts, so GC, or CG, don't freak out, right? Don't get mad at me for whatever. These are my accounts. I've been building them. This is my very low account. I call it Nerdy Junior. Rusty Jason, hello, sir. I call it Nerdy Junior. Real low. I don't play it for arena. I'm just collecting on this one. It's just my free to play account. As you see down here, let me make it a little smaller just for kicks and giggles. As you see down here, you've got my ally code. I am going up against Master 90 Lloyd. This is someone who doesn't play a lot. Family Guy Wars of Clones. So what's interesting about these guys is there's not much to it. It's actually been a lot of fun going through. No, this is mine. This is like my legit account. Like, this is the one that I've been building on my own.
Greetings, Exalted One.
Who's in my guild? Friggin', I'm embarrassed. Why don't I know that. So this is Guild Wars. I think it was Run DMV who hooked me up with this one. And then, of course, like, we actually merged with another guild. Hold on. Did I just see Rusty Jason's name up here at the top? For a second, I was like, wait a second. That's crazy. But no, it must have been something else. Yeah, so this is the one that I've been playing on my own. Where are you? It's freaking, I feel like a total D-bag. For not remembering this. I don't... Run DMV, I think, is the guy who hooked me up with this. And, maybe he's not in the guild anymore. Anyways, yeah, so it's a pretty small guild. It's real low key. We are trying to build, obviously. We're trying to, step it up. But I kind of want to play this because it's so small. Like, it's crazy to look at. It's crazy to look at all these stuff. Like the power levels. I mean, I have characters who are closer to that. I mean, it's insane, right? So let's go ahead and check out the back. I'm gonna go ahead and let's use my bounty hunters. I gotta say, this is one that I like to do, obviously, but the grind. I forget just how bad the grind is on this. It's insane, like, I can totally understand why new players kind of struggle. They see the advertisements for, like, stuff like the Bad Batch and, like, the new Kenobi, and like, oh, that's so cool, I want to play, and then they can't forever. I gotta say, and we've said this for a long time, they really need to put in, like, a sandbox where all players, all stuff is active, and new players can play around with these characters to kind of want to keep playing. You know? Like, it's boom, pew pew, right there. Whoop whoop, pew pew. You know, because like otherwise it kind of feels like false advertising, right? You get excited, you're like, oh, cool, I'm gonna get to play with, you know, new Kenobi. Not for a year and a half. Solomon Grundy, how are you, sir? Let's go ahead and do so Solomon, you gotta on with clients, but wanted to jump on and say happy Friday to you too. I appreciate that. You know what? I'm going to leave that guy out. I will say one of the fun things about having a newer account is because these marquees are, you know, because they're marquees, they can be lower starred and relatively okay geared, and you get to play with them before you typically would. What's up, Audrey? How are you, man? Let's bring in... Actually, let's do it. Let's do that. Let's bring in my clones. Oh, I didn't gear them up. I have the other two. I just... Before the thing locked in, I didn't unlock them. So, let's see. My bounty hunters. Let's do this. Let's see if there's some synergy there. I kind of want to save for that top level. I don't know, but this won't take me too long. Oh my gosh! I don't get a chance. So many tanks. I'm gonna back out. That was insane. Okay, so that's not gonna work effectively. Let's bring in some Jedi. Master Yoda. Let's bring in Obi-Wan here. Again, like it's kind of fun to play these newer accounts. Like I can kind of see, but like CG's got to do something for him. It's got to be a bit more, you know. Let's pull a tank. Do that. You know, like it's got to be, because I am not going to have, I don't need, like, here's the thing. With this account, I'm not sure I'm going to have this account long enough to be able to unlock Kenobi. You know? And if I do, like, it's... No, you missed me getting slaughtered. It was embarrassing on all fronts. Again, playing these accounts makes me feel like it makes me realize just how much a sandbox is needed in this game. You know? Oh yeah. If we're getting Lord Vader, I'm almost 100% sure of that at this point. And let me jump up here real quick. We're getting Lord Vader, and with Lord Vader, I absolutely believe you're going to need the Tuskens. Like, I'm very confident that the Tuskens are going to be needed for Lord Vader. It just makes the most sense, you know? Maybe not all of them. Maybe you'll need a Tusken. I think it would be kind of a douche move for them to say, oh, okay, all Tuskens are needed, like all 3 Tuskens. But it also would make a lot of sense for them to like make us need all 3 Tuskens. I would say they won't do this, but if they bring in the Tuskens, they should give us, and I'm going to butcher his name, Asherad Het. he is not canon, I don't believe anymore. He was from, I want to say he was from a comic book, but I'm not entirely sure. But essentially he was a Jedi who lived among the Tuskens. And then, you know, became like a Tusken Jedi. Right? Not to be confused with an Italian Jedi, like the Tusken Italian. Like I'm saying, like it makes sense. And if we do get Tuskens, it'll be like Relic 3. We won't need a full, like Relic 7. I don't even think Relic 5. I think it's very possible because again, they're pulling from the things that make these characters, right? And one of the things that really made Anakin fall was his actions against the Tuskens. You know? I mean, like if they're pulling from that, then I think it's very possible and very possible for us to need Tuskens. Now again, at what level will you need Tuskens? I think it would be low. Yeah, I don't think we'll need all of them. I don't. I think we'll need a Tusken. You know, like just the one. You know, let's see. Let's bring that guy in. Boom. Actually, let's do this. Yeah, that works. Exactly. How many people have Relic Tuskens? Now, my Tuskens, I think, are like gear 9 or 10. They're not high by any means. There's a few, though. Yeah, there's a few that have the Tuskens, like, legit prepared. So, I don't know. I mean, it's possible. Hold on. Do we get a kill shot here? Oh, yeah, they get a kill shot. Oh! Nope. Totally worth it. But I thought it was coming. I am so freaking stoked that Cam is not needed for Kenobi. Like that was something that I was so absolutely afraid of. Oh man, dude and ANGZ has a set Relic 7 Tusken. Who is it? Is it there's a streamer that has Tuskens, right? Is it Heinze? No. Heinze doesn't have Tuskens. Really? I don't know, but I think there's a streamer that has a Relic 7 or maybe I'm just thinking of Jawas or something. I'm not entirely sure. Although I say, but Relic 7 Jawas are Urza. That's right. That's who I was thinking of. Doesn't Urza have the Tuskens? I'm this. I think it would make sense to add him to the Get store, Rusty Jason. But I understand how pissed off those people who've spent the time and energy to get him up, especially if you just got him up and then they add him to the Get store. I think that would be like a slap in the face almost. And I say almost when I really mean it would be a slap in the face. Yeah. Yeah, like, Urz went through, and I don't know if he still does it. I don't catch many of Urz's streams, but Urz went through and he kind of showed a lot of like, hey, there's value in these characters if you just bring them up, if you just level them up and stuff. And like the thing about it, since not many of them are Relict, you know, there is value in those characters simply because you then have a team that people don't know how to beat or... All right. So that was That was round 1. Let's open up round 2. Let me show you guys real quick as that's loading where I am with this. I am all over the place with these characters. They are insane. Like, I finished my Phoenix, and I'm finally to a point where I can start farming Geonosians. Right, so my Phoenix is here. I did get Ezra to gear 9 or gear 11. Wow, yeah. Not everyone else is that high. Oh, poor Kanan Jarrus. Let's see. But, like, then I'm going after, like, my Geos. I've been farming them pretty consistently. But it's the Spy and Brood Alpha that are going to kill me. And obviously Brood Alpha is the one that's the most important. Bounty Hunters. Feel pretty confident in my bounty. For the most part, I'm getting them up. Right? I've got Boba and Cad that are all the way. Gear 7, Gear 8. Right, and then I'm slowly trying to farm the rest. I'm trying to get to a point where I can unlock Bosk, but my crew's just not good enough. So, let me bring up my other real quick, and then we will get jumping. Whoa. Not the one. All right, here we are. Now this. Whoops. Oh. What would a Go Nerdy live stream be without a great deal of technical difficulties? His CLS timed out against Kanan. Ooh. G13, Ezra, and Kanan have saved me on a few occasions. Really? Now, that's not necessarily surprising because they're not a bad crew. You know? Let me do something real quick. I gotta, just so I can make sure that my streaming isn't super interrupted. They're not a bad crew. What? Dark Gillis is making French toast? I love French toast. There's a place near me called Neaters. And they make French toast out of like the bread that they make. And it's like legit, each piece is about this thick. And they make it with like cinnamon bread. So it's already like cinnamon and sugary throughout. And then they like do the French toast stuff. And it is phenomenal. It is so good. All right. So he put C here on the bottom. And he's got old, I almost called him Jimmy Legs, but he's got old Luke down there too. So, it's really good. French toast? Oh man, it's delightful. So what you do is you take bread and like, you take some eggs and some bread. I use, if you really want to do it right, heavy cream, because it's delicious, right? It's fattening. It's terrible for you, but it's delicious. Welcome, Brittany Taylor. We're talking about French toast here. So you take some bread, some milk, and right now, and then like you bash up some eggs, like you mix them around, and I put vanilla, dark brown sugar, and sugar, like sprinkle it on top, and then you do an egg wash, right? You take your bread, you bash it back and forth, and then you throw it in the pan. But here's the secret. Here's the important thing, right? Right? Before you put it face down in the pan, you take your vanilla, you take your cinnamon, you take your sugar, you take your brown sugar, sprinkle it on top, slap it into the pan, that sprinkled cinnamon first, and then it caramelizes. So good. Then, while it's doing that, it's grilling on the bottom, kind of like a French grilled cheese, right? You do another coating of sprinkled of that sugar there on top. There's a reason why I might be pre-diabetic. Just throwing that out there. But, so good. And then, obviously obviously, for toppings, you put on like fruit and you put on not heavy cream, whipped cream. It's delightful. It's so good. Bacon grease. It is terrible for you. It is absolutely, it is not a healthy food. This is, so Rusty Jason is not American. This is why we are such big people. We eat like crap. And it's amazing, right? So, okay, back to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Here we are. His bottom row, he's got, actually, let me show you real quick. I was able to play the first round. I do apologize, guys, or not apologize, but I want to let you know that I was out last time. I was up in Yellowstone, right? National Park. Really beautiful place. The guy set an auto defense, so I was able to clear it pretty effectively. I did have a little bit of trouble towards, I think it was in the back row, but it was right up here. I tried something stupid right here, and it backfired on me. And then down here as well, I tried something stupid, and it backfired on me. Right here. I thought this would be a lot easier than it was. I was mistaken. And then ships. I think I actually screwed ships up too. Yeah, so I missed 3. So 3077 was my thing there. It was an auto deploy. This guy's clearly not auto deploying. We got top. We've got imp troopers. We've got a BAM with Relic 3, Pigface, and the Babysitter, and we've got these guys. So this is actually going to be an interesting team, an interesting setup for me. And then down here we've got C and old what's his face. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go. Now, Rusty Jason, let me know what you think here. But I'm going to go up against C. And I'm going to use Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Master Luke, and I'm thinking Revan or maybe Yoda. The idea here, and again, going up against C with Assidious and this fool, the idea here is there's a lot of stunning, which won't affect, C or anything like that, but it will affect those other 2, right? And if I can get those 2 out of the way through force pushes, I feel good. Now, while I'm waiting for Rusty Jason to reply, or if he doesn't, I'm just going to go in about 30 seconds. Anyways, I gotta say, guys, E3 starts tomorrow. And the rumor is that they're going to drop Jedi Fallen Order soon. Now, the thing that I heard was that they were actually going to drop the game this weekend. There's no way they're going to drop the game this weekend. Like, not a chance in frozen hell. But they could drop the trailer this weekend for the game and then launch it later on down the week. Or not the week, the year. Additionally, with E3 coming this weekend, I think we're finally going to get information on this new Hunter's game, right? The mobile game that's supposed to double up with mobile and then with what's that one? Switch, right? I always call it the Wii because that's what we had for like the longest time. But all right, I'm going in. I'm gonna bring in Revan. I'm changing it. Last minute decision. It's a gut feeling. Let's see how it works. Probably not gonna work very well, but all right, he's put it on us. Let's go ahead and take him down a little peg. Oh, he's taking off all the... ballsack. This is why I should have gone with... Uh-oh. He's getting it. All right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh, he's got a semi-date. Is that a date in a semi-truck? Or... and he's dead. And he's dead. And he's dead. Ooh, C has one. That is correct. Okay, that was painful. That was painful. All right, let's go down and do some more that are a little more friendly to us. Let's go ahead and do CLS down here. I am familiar with CLS. Yep. That was no bueno. I don't know why. Every time I have my hand on my mouse and my hand on my I have my hand on my keyboard as well. I'm so used to seeing or playing like MMOs and stuff that just not. That's the way that I'm used to playing, right? Not my day, man. He didn't like seeing me win, but he loved seeing C win. So it works out for him. That's all right. I'm 50-50 anyways. All right. Let's go here. Let's see. Actually, let's come up here to the top. I don't want to spin myself down to the bottom too much. Let's go. I'm going to come here, and I'm going to use resistance. I'm going to use my full resistance this time, because while I still need to make up points, I don't think I'm going to. There we go. Let's take out that guy a little bit. All right. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to take out Jango Fett as much as I can and keep that turn meter on what's his face? Fish guy. Newt Gunray. As down as I possibly can. Alright, 51, not a great win, but it's a win, and I will take it. Let's go. I'm not familiar with fighting against Veers. I don't go up against them very often. Offense up. Critical chance. Plus speed. The Emperor's Trap. 60% counter. Paralytic begins a turn or takes a turn. All paralytic gets stacked with Emperor's Trap. Plus off. Woo! Woo! And then we've got Stark. I remember when Stark came. In the game. Stark recovers health. Alright. So, who do I got? I've got my... Actually, let's do that. No, hold on. This is what I'm doing. I'm going back down to that bottom. I'm going back to the bottom. I'm going to try a few things out. Let's do... Let's do this. Let's go first. First order. First order. Let's do this and this. Kind of hoping this will do it for me. A nice hit right off the bat. Another nice hit right off the bat. Some more great hits. So that is a loaded question. I feel better. I don't know if what I've got is like a summer cold or like I did get the vaccine and I had COVID and they said that, you know, like you'll have some residual effects. I just got a lot of nastiness, you know? I feel like if I went jogging just once, a lot of this would clear up. But that would require me to exercise. So let's go 5-0 first. Hold on, who do we have? Oh, who's a good anti-Jedi Master Luke team? Versus Jedi Knight Luke. I feel like that one's going to be a twofer. You know, one that's going to take me 2 shots. And I've still got a lot of phlegm. Like, it's really dry where I live. And so, like, I wake up with just, like, nastiness caked in my sinuses. So, you know, it is what it is. My voice is starting to feel a little better. So, what's up, kid? You know, I'm live streaming. You want to go in the other room? No? My youngest. She is a sweetheart. Alright, let's do... I don't know, I'm thinking this. Let's give this a shot. On a funny note, so we were out, like I said, in Yellowstone. One of the things they tell you to do is to carry bear spray, right? Because it's like, hey, you know, you need to make sure that, you know, bears don't get you and all that other crap. And so we were we were sitting at this lodge. We're just having, you know, like lunch, and we had put my wife and I had put our balls. had put our backpack down, and the bear spray was like right in the side, and we'd gone to get the food, and we came back, and okay, this sucks. We'd gone to get the food, and we came back, and right when I was walking back, I see this mist just shoot across the table, and it's like 30 feet. Yes, we are doing Breaking Bad Batch this weekend. It's I missed it this last weekend because I was in Yellowstone, and the internet legitimately would not handle it. It took me 2 hours to upload a video that was 10 minutes long. That's just to upload the video. It was ridiculous. But anyways, so I look over, and my daughter had undone the safety and sprayed bear spray across the picnic table. Now, sitting across the picnic table was my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law. And, like, hit my mother-in-law's side in the face, like, a little bit, but it hit my sister-in-law just square in the face. And, like, my daughter obviously felt terrible. She didn't mean to do it, but, like, it was the funniest thing in hindsight. Like, and it's going to be one of those things that we laugh about at family reunions when we get older, or anytime we see my sister-in-law and mother-in-law when they get older. But it was hilarious. I felt terrible. And, like, I say that, and my daughter's out of the room, because if she wasn't, she'd, super embarrassed, obviously. But it was really funny. And very, very humorous. And just in case anyone's ever wondering if bear spray is what it feels like I was 20 feet away and I was gagging. Like, it was gross. Like, that stuff, it's nasty. But yeah, so we're doing this Sunday. We will be doing the Bad Batch, Breaking Bad Batch, with myself and the Nev. We're gonna do a double episode for this week's and for last week's as well. Great episodes. I just watched today's and friggin' loved it. I am very excited. Also, and without like going into spoilers, I do think that part of the reason why we could potentially see Jedi Fallen Order 2, at least not drop as a game, but, be discussed, be premiered this weekend, is because of this week's episode of The Bad Batch. Now, I might be dead wrong, but, no, Geonotions. But I really do think it's possible. Let's go with the Geospy. Really good episode. I'm also excited for Tuesday. Oh, no. I'm also excited for Tuesday because Tuesday is going to be the 15th, and that is when we get the first. Ooh, man, this was the wrong team to play. Woo! Yeah, this episode was definitely one of the best since episode 1. I 100% agree with that. Man, that was rough. Let's do this. This is happening. So one of the things that we have with this the 15th, they're doing, this is the first installment of this new book series thing that they're doing. It's the Essential Canon, right? And so it's like I'm really excited for it because we are getting Shatterpoint, which, if you've never read Shatterpoint, it is an awesome book. It's It takes place, I think, right before book or episode 3. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm like 99% on it. And it's a really cool. Is that gonna work? Nope, it'll bring him down a bit, but it won't kill him. It is a great book, and it's obviously told from the perspective of Mace Windu, which is freaking cool. But since a lot of people are thinking that Mace Windu could be making a comeback, I being one of them, I'm very excited as for what this book means as far as canon goes, because again, this is the first iteration of this new lore series, right? And it's not new, but it's the Essential Legends. And they haven't really explained what Essential Legends is and how that is different from regular Legends. But I'm kind of hoping that they do. So, let's do our first order here. I don't know. First order against these guys? Yeah, let's do it. Let's give it a shot. Because I have a feeling I'm going to... Actually, you know what? Hold on. Yeah, Shatterpoint was a really good read. Like, that's the thing about it. It's not that it was one of these that was like, oh, well, you know, it's canon, so we're going to... Like, it's a really good book. Let's do this. Let's see. And so, like, I'm legit excited about it. Let's try that. I probably could have used a different one, or should have used a different one, but let's see. And so, like, and it's been years since who do I want to, let's do Poe or Finn. It's been years since I've read it. Like, I initially read it when I was going through canon the first time, and this was like before Disney canon, you know. It was like legit just canon, you know. So I'm really excited to get it again. In fact, I was actually debating before this announcement if I wanted to go through and read Shatterpoint, and I was like, well, I don't know. There were some other books that I was interested in at the time, and you know, those kind of won out. And so now that it's back, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. You know, I shouldn't do. He's got that counterattack. Let's see. Oh, no. Yeah, it's part of the Jedi series of books. It's really solid. I really enjoy it. And you get perspectives from Mace Windu, you get perspectives from a number of other... It's a fun book, right? It takes you through Coruscant in a way that you hadn't really been before. And so, like I said, I enjoyed it. All right, let's see. All right, they're going to make me work for it. Let's go Basti. No. Let's try a 5-0 first. 5's Rex. Arc Trooper? Yeah. So I'm really stoked. And like I said, I'm very curious. I do think that Mace lives as my shirt, and not this current shirt that I'm wearing, but I think that he is he's out there. He's kicking it. I've seen a lot of Samuel L. Jackson like sporting the idea that I just seen a lot of him recently with Star Wars paraphernalia, and I'm like, man, is he trying to make a point or something? And if he is, please let him be, you know, because I love Sam Jack. He's freaking amazing. He's an excellent actor, and I loved Mace Windu. Loved Mace Windu, and like, oh man, yeah, and Shatterpoint. Like, I'm really stoked. I'm finishing a book now. It's called Ink or Inked. I can't remember, and it's about it's trippy, to be honest. It takes place in this town that I'm, you know, a fan of. It's really, really fun, but I should finish it before this. I should finish it before the Shatterpoint comes out, so I'm pretty stoked for it. Let's see. See who I got with my Separatists left. Who am I going up against? Let's do this. Let's go Separatists here. Let's actually do this one and see how it works. But yeah, I think it would be really cool if they use this time to rework Mace. I saw something while I was out that talked about that Mace has officially been or unofficially been announced as going to be reworked. And the thing about it is I didn't see who announced it, you know, or I didn't see the video of like how that was going to be the case. So I am very hesitant to say, but I mean, they're making us use him, so yeah, give us the rework, right? So you missed me losing a lot, Rusty Jason. No, so again, yeah, I mean, if you have to have a Relic 3 mace, is it Relic 3? If you have to have a good mace, I mean, like, make him worthwhile, you know? Woo! Oh, that hurt. That hurt. But yeah, I don't remember. It was something. Maybe it was in the SWGOH events chat. I can't remember exactly where or who or how it was leaked or rumored or what. So that's one of those take it with a grain of salt type things. Yeah, no, and exactly, that's a great point. They didn't rework any of the other crappy ones. But with this new book that's coming out, Shatterpoint, it's supposed to be, it's the first in a series of essential canons. So they haven't actually explained what essential canon is. And so, I don't know, like I'm really, I don't know, I'm really excited about the book, but maybe it has a connection, maybe it doesn't. You know, it's just one of those that it's like, we'll see, kind of a thing. Let's try this. But yeah, and he was announced a couple of years ago. Like, I think they have Mace reworked. I think he's like ready to be reworked. No, that didn't. Oh, because it can't be cleansed. Balls. But we're going to take out Veers real quick because he's a giant douchebag. There you go, Douchington. So yeah, like I think it would be, if they were going to rework him because of the book, because of the requirements, like it's funny. I was watching something a couple of days ago. It was a live stream, and they were like, "Hey, how many of you actually watched the Star Wars show on YouTube?" Right? And people were like, no, and I watch it all the time, and like every time there's a new one, I'm like, yeah, I'll pay attention to see what's coming out. Like I'll watch it, right? But the reason I watch it is because I'm curious, you know. Is there something that I need to know? Is there something that's coming out? What, you know? And so I watch it, and one of the things that I've noticed in the new version of this, the new version of this show, is they focus heavily on this game. Now, it is like the one thing that they're, you know, consistently making money off of, so it makes a lot of money. You know, it makes a lot of sense for them to like, yeah, we're gonna focus on the game because it's the thing that's making us cash. But like it makes sense for them to like kind of double up, right? Do that vertical integration where one company or one of the licenses is doing one thing, and so another license that is doing something that kind of help promotes it, you know, all that other crap. So a new Mace coming out with this rework of the book, and I don't even know if it's a rework. That's the thing about it. I don't know if the book itself is actually any different. That is weird. All right. Okay, so I have not yet watched all of Loki. I started it Wednesday night, and I got about 10 minutes in. But that's what I'm hearing. I haven't read any like releases or any rumors or anything like that. Haven't watched any breakdown videos of Loki yet. But I am hearing that Loki is better than like everything they've put out so far. Like it is the show to watch, which is awesome. Like that's really impressive. I liked Falcon and Winter Soldier. I did. I won't lie. I did. I understand why some people are like, oh, it's virtue signaling and all that other crap. I think they did a great job. Having said that, yeah, I still liked it. I mean, I still really enjoyed the show. And so I'm excited to see Loki. I just haven't watched it yet. I'll probably be able to sit down tonight, I think. I've got a bunch of like stuff I need to do. I'm teaching summer school, which I'm really excited about. I mean, it's only a week, so yeah. And that's the thing. I did hear that they've made Loki transgender, or no, he's equal opportunity for the physical attention. I don't know what that means, and I forget the actual term. So if I've offended anyone, I'm sorry. Personally, I don't care. I'm not a huge, Loki fan, but I feel like, hey, you know what? If it's gonna make the gender fluid, that's what they called it, right? So maybe I was dead wrong in what they call them. I don't know, but I think as long as it makes the story better, by all means, do it. Just make the story better, right? I don't care. Like Dr. Aphra, she's gay, right? One of the best leads in a comic book. I love her. Like, I love Dr. Aphra, right? She's a total B word. She is. And if she's going to be played by anyone in, like, if they bring Dr. Aphra into the world, right, into live action, let her be played by Brie Larson. Dr. Aphra is Brie Larson in a comic book. Let her be played by Brie Larson. It makes sense. It's wonderful. But that's who the character is. That's who the character is. If it makes sense for the story, that is the most important thing, right? If it doesn't make sense to the story, what does it matter? Like, really, what does it matter if it doesn't make sense to the story? Yeah. And here, that's the other thing, too. Rusty Jason brings up a good point. If I don't like it, that's my opinion. Not because of whatever. It's just because I don't like it. It doesn't make sense for me, or if it doesn't make sense, or if I just don't like it, fine. I don't like it. Don't call me a thing that I'm not because I don't care for something. It does bug me, guys, and I'm going to get on my soapbox, and if I offend anybody, I apologize, but I'm going to say it. Like, we get so worked up, or the world has gotten so worked up about, like, the littlest things, and it may not be little to these people. It may be the biggest thing in their world, and that's fine. On an individual level, if someone comes to me and says, hey, you know, I was born a woman or I was born a man, and you know, I don't feel that way anymore, that's fine. I'm going to love that person. And if their name was Steven, they want me to call them Stefina or I don't know, whatever. Kim, whatever. Because I love that person, I care about that person, I'm going to honor their wishes because that's what they're going through. I have no idea what they're going through, right? But if you say that all people, or if you say that everyone is this or everyone is that because they disagree with you, that's wrong. That doesn't mean I as a person have any right to attack or, you know, defame or anything like that, right? And so I honestly feel like, hey, let's love each other. Let's respect the individual, and if they are going through something, let's give them that space to go through it. You know, because we don't know what they're going through. We don't have any idea. But when you generically say all people are this or all people are that, that's a problem. I really believe that is a problem. Because we can love people independently, we can respect people independently of who they are, because of who they are. Right? We don't have to get along with, we don't have to agree with everybody, but let's respect people, right? And again, if you're going through something, and I do apologize, because, man, life is tough. Right? And the last thing you need is some random bald dude on YouTube telling you whatever. Right? And I'm really sorry. Right? So again, if I've offended you, I do apologize. But I do believe that nothing is ever exactly, Russ just said it, nothing is ever any one thing or any something else. Life is so nuanced. Right? And I have no idea what people are going through. None. And so the last thing you need is some bald dude being like, hey, I'm right and you're wrong. No. I don't know that I'm right. These are just my opinion. But because life is so nuanced, we do need to just say, look, whatever side you're on, I respect you and love you for whoever you decide to be. Right? Society is crazy right now. We're nuts. Only a Sith deals in absolute. Exactly. And I do live my life in a way that I hope is not Sith-like. Like, that's my goal, right? Is to not be a Sith, right? I don't want to be a Sith head. Yeah, said Obi-Wan using an absolute. Oh. Whew. That's no good. Let's start off the bat and just killing one of my guys. I don't know. I apologize again. If I've offended someone out there, either here in the live stream or on replay, I do apologize. Because maybe this is why my voice is going. Maybe it's a sign from the universe that I need to shut up. Oh, man. That sucked. I underestimated this team. I mean, granted, haven't actually been doing well. Boop-a-doo. Let's go. Anyways, I think potentially for Galaxy of Heroes and for Star Wars as a whole, I think we could see some really cool things coming this week or next. I do think it's very possible that we could be seeing the first, or we could be seeing a trailer for Jedi Fallen Order 2. It is supposed to launch this year. Like, that's the rumor, right? It was, when they initially announced it, they were like, yeah, it's, let's see. Let's try this one. They're like, no, and I know, and it's just a matter of, like, I know that there's people in this community who are that way, who have those difficulties, and I don't want them to think that I'm attacking them, because again, the last thing that I want to do is hurt someone, cause them more pain. Life is pain. Life sucks. It's hard, right? And again, the last thing that I as a YouTuber want to do is come up on my soapbox for however long and spout hate, or make them feel like I'm spouting hate. I do think E3 is virtual again this year. Hopefully, it might be a mix of both. It might be where, like, some people get in. I don't think it's officially open to the public, But again, like, if let's do this. I think it's very possible we could see something from E3. I say very possible. If we don't see something from E3, I'd be flat out shocked. I mean, I really would be. Because there's a lot. Like, again, Star Wars has a lot of stuff in the works right now. You've got an open world something, right? Which I think is just 1313 that they're waiting to give us. You have, let's do, you've got an open world something, but I think it's 1313, like, revamped somehow. Let's do this and see if I can get some love out of it. Then you've got the Hunters game, which I'm really hoping we see something out of, like, very soon. Oh man, I'm not even getting a chance to go. Let's see. Boop. Oh, it didn't take us. Everyone's dead. You've got this game, which it'll just, for the most part, it's likely to just hype up the Kenobi stuff, because I think it ends on Wednesday. It could end on Tuesday. I can't remember, but it's gonna hype up the Kenobi stuff, and it could give us something else. I'm not banking on it, but it would be a great time to build up more hype. Like, oh, hey, all of this stuff, plus, boom, Bob's Your Uncle, Revan 3, whatever. I don't know. They've been talking a lot about, there's been a lot of rumors about Knights of the Old Republic 3. Oh, man. Woo! This is painful. Right? There's so much that could come to the game. I'm going to keep playing and keep talking just as a heads up. So if you've never watched me lose, you're about to see it go down in glory. Let's throw in some Sith for the kicks and giggles. Let's see what else is being rumored. There's so much. So I don't know. I'm really excited. It's going to be a cool couple of days, that's for sure. Yeah, I know. And I'm not trying to cover my butt or anything. I'm just trying to to say to those people who do experience those things, hey, look, I don't get you, but I'm also not trying to throw hate. You know, Rusty Jason does have a tendency to say and lead me down the right path, specifically when it comes to this. So, but again, I think that, anyways, I'm going to back off that. So, let's go ahead. Basti and Wampa. I feel like this is going to do it. But, what if that open world game? Oh my gosh! Hold on, I'm just gonna put it on auto. What if that open world game was like Rex going through and trying to find other clones or something like that? And yeah, I do think that it's going to be good news for Star Wars this weekend. And because they have a tendency to kind of align stuff, I think that we'll see stuff not just with the games. I think it's very possible we could see. Hold on, I'm gonna make them feel bad about themselves real quick. Take that! Throw me Ewoks at them. Just because I think it's possible because they align stuff with the games and announcements and all that other crap. I think we could see other Star Wars stuff drop, as long as they don't. Oh my gosh, Keanu is Revan. Whew. Yeah, absolutely. I've said this for years. Keanu as Revan and Tom Hardy as Malik. I mean, yeah, that's it right there. I'm going to make him kill all the Ewoks. Take that. I would love to see Henry Cavill as Malik, but he is starring in the the Highlander. Excuse me. He is starring the Highlander reboot, which I'm super stoked for. They need to at least throw a nod to Sean Connery, because that dude he was awesome. Exactly. And that's a good point, Audrey. If they're going to do it, they've got to cast him now. They're both getting a lot older. Now, they could change the story to where
Revan wasn't the young buck that he was when he made the change. But I would love to see Keanu as the reason I say Keanu, because I don't think there's anyone else at this time that could do it. Excuse me. On a side note, that's the most damage that I've done this whole time on those guys. Let's bring these guys in. Let's bring in the boom right there. Yeah, I mean, Sean Connery was awesome. That guy was all over the place. So anyways, guys, I've been live streaming for about a little over an hour. Oh, John Wick style Jedi Sith. Ooh, that would be awesome. The only way that I'm going to win this is if my opponent does not show, which he probably will, but just in case, I've done my best. So there are rumors, and I will end with this. There are rumors that Liam Neeson is going to at least voice act in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Now, Mandalorian 3 was pushed back, but they are in pre-production. They are in pre-production with Mando season 3, from what I can tell. And the rumor is that Liam Neeson will be at least voice acting, if not as a full-on Force Ghost. I'd love to see him maybe de-aged a little bit, or not. I don't even care at this point. That man is aged like a fine wine. And I'd love to see him and a young Obi-Wan Kenobi go through and experience some of the stuff they do. If you haven't read the book Master and Apprentice, Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan are going through and yeah, like it's a really great book. Absolutely recommend it. And there's a link in the section below if you haven't actually done it. Anyways, guys, I've got some business I got to take care of. Y'all have a great Friday. Check out the Escape Podcast tonight, where I will actually be doing my very first Escape Podcast for kids, talking about Commander Ahsoka Tano. I'm very excited about it. So, thank you guys for joining me tonight. Hope you guys have a great day, or thank you for joining me today. Hope you have a great day. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and as always, my friends, smile.